Welcome, family. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back. It's been a while. I do apologize for being away from you guys for so long, but life has been lifing. But we're getting ourselves in order, and we will not be disappearing again because this is a mission we were born to do. And when we're not doing it, trouble happens. So we're gonna get back to consistently doing the job. That being said, welcome back. Like I said, welcome back. We're just getting the atmosphere ready. So we just want to clear up the air, clear up the energy. Ancestors, we welcome you. We welcome your presence. We welcome each and every good spirit, good energy in the vicinity that wants to come in, that wants to talk, that wants to share their mind. We welcome you. Welcome your presence. Loving spirits, only loving energies are welcome in this space. Wow, look at the reaction of the bay leaf with the fire. You guys, let me see if I can show this to you. The reaction of the bay leaf with the fire is amazing. Look at this. See this? I don't know if you see this. Wow. I need a little bit of bay leaf just to bring some good energy. Okay, guys, like I said, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while. We apologize for being away for so long, and like I said, we will not be doing that again. That being said, we're about to do a reading. It's been in our energy. We haven't been able to sleep these past few days because it's just been, honestly, I really have not been able to sleep. It's just been so much going through my mind. And I've been learning to spend time with myself in the quiet space, in the quietness of it all. That being said, there's a lot going on in the world, and we want answers. At least I need answers. I want to know what's going on. I know it's that way. So we're going to do a reading. We're going to find out what's going on. Well, we see what's going on, but we want to know what's behind it all and what's going to happen. See which card. You know what's happening right now is what I hate when people do to me, and that's what I'm doing to you guys. I do apologize. So let me start with these cards. Let's get the temperature of the world and see what source, what spirit has to say with all this going on. See some when I have the light on, is it better? Can you see me better? I don't know. When I have the light on, or can you see me better without the light? Let's see. Oh, by the power of universal balance, I call all good energy in, and all energy I revoke you. I welcome all good energy, all wonderful energy that's willing to guide us. Energy from our parents' side, our mothers, our dads, and our ancestors. You are welcome into this space to speak with us, to guide us, to let us know what is going on. So that being said, what is going on right now with President Traoré? What's going on with Africa right now, with the West? What's going on? Africa and the West. We want to know what is going on. What's the West's plan for Africa? And what's Africa's plan for itself? We want to know. Inquiring mind want to know what is the plan? What's the West's plan? Inquiring mind want to know. Want me to use this one instead? Okay. Sorry, guys. The switch, deck switch is happening here. I don't know, my mind is telling me to use this one instead, so this one it is. All right, so let's go. What is going on with Africa in the West? What is the mindset? What's going on? What is the plan? What's the West's plan for Africa? And what is Africa's plan for itself? Let's find out. Talk to us. All right, so what is the plan? What is the plan? What is the plan? What is the West's plan for Africa? What's Africa's plan for itself? What's the plan? What is the West's plan for Africa? And what's Africa's plan for itself? What is the West's plan for Africa? And what's Africa's plan for itself? Well, the question is, what is, let's start one at a time. What's Africa's plans for itself? We've got the Prince of Sword. I don't know if you could see this prince. I don't know if you could see this prince. We've got the Prince of Sword. Um, he's alone. He has a bird behind him. He's in a serene place. He has his weapon ready. He has his sword ready at the ready. He has his book, which to me, what I'm getting from this card is that Africa wants to bring a tranquility to itself. Africa wants to be alone. It wants to be left alone. It wants to gather itself. It's got it's ready for whatever. Because you see this prince here with the weapon in his hand, with the sword in his hand. He's ready for whatever. He's ready for whatever. He's got his book. His book. He bring order. Africa's ready to bring order to itself, and it's ready to for whatever. Africa's ready to bring order to itself. Now, what else? What else? What else? What else is going on with Africa right now? What else is going on with Africa right now? What is going on with Africa right now? What is the plan? What is Africa's plan? Shoot, got four cards. I've got four cards. I don't know if you could see them. Let me show them to you. I got four cards. Three of them facing up and one of them facing upside down. So now let's see. This card facing upside down is the Nine of Pentacles. Well, it seems like the Nine of Pentacles. Upright, she should have been flourishing. Upright, she would be beautiful. She would be living the life upright. But right now, she's suffering. So Africa is suffering. Africa is trying to order is trying to reorganize itself because it is suffering. You see, where this woman would have been beautiful, elegant, full of life, and now upside down, she's lacking. There's nothing moving. It's just lack. So Africa is tired of the spirit of the lack. Yeah. Africa is tired of the spirit of lack. You see this young man? He's rising up. The youth is rising up. The youth is rising up. The people in positions are gathering themselves together. The youth are rising up. The people in position are gathering themselves together, and they're getting themselves ready for whatever. And they want to put themselves in they want to put themselves in the moment of majesty. Africa right now, the youth is awake. You see the light? They're awake. The light in their eyes is shining. So they're no longer asleep. So there was a moment in time when Africa was asleep. And right now they're awake. The youth is shining. The light in their eyes is bright. They're fully awake. They can see what's fully going on. And you know, you see, they want to evolve. They're evolving into the person they were meant to be. And right now, the the, the light in their eyes is shining. The youth are speaking up. You see how he's walking and just speaking? The youth are speaking up. Their eyes are fully open and they're no longer ready to go to sleep. So they're ready to battle. They're gathering themselves together. They're uniting. I don't know if you see, and you see they got their weapons at the ready and they're uniting. I don't know if you can see in the background. They're uniting themselves. So Africa, it's gonna take a little bit of it's gonna take a moment, but Africa will unite. The youth is ready. The youth is seeing the they're seeing what it is for what it is, and they're no longer willing to accept less. Anything else? Anything else you want to tell me about Africa? Anything else? Oh, the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles. Africa knows that it is the. They're realizing now they are the Ten of Pentacles. They are where it's at, and so now that they are realizing that they are where it's at. Uh, uh, they're getting themselves together. They're preparing themselves for war. They're preparing themselves for war. They're preparing themselves for whatever because they understand. Like I said, the youth, their eyes are open. You can see the light flashing through their eyes is fully open. And right now, they understand that they are where it's at. They are where the pinnacles are at. They are where all the necessary for the survival. They understand they are the it. So because they understand they are the it, they're preparing themselves. They are gathering themselves together. They're tired of dying. You see, they're tired of dying needlessly, suffering. They're tired of all the suffering. See, the suffering is upside down. They're tired of the suffering. They're tired of the suffering, and so now they're calling on everything. They're calling on ancestral energy, and they're preparing themselves. They are calling on ancestral energy, and they are preparing themselves. They are preparing themselves. Okay, so what does the West have to say about this? I mean, what does America and France have to say about this? What does that what does America and France have to say about it? Because Africa's just had enough. They're saying enough is enough, and their youth, their young people, their eyes are bright and shining. Nothing is gonna go past them right now. And so, what does America have to say about it? Oh wow, I got 4 cards. I got the Prince of Cups, Princess of Cups, Four of Swords, two worlds, and two chariots. And the world and the chariot. Well, right now, the world and the chariot is upside down, and the prince. Okay, let me put it this way: America right now is experiencing lack. Is in a way to experience lack. You notice how this woman is sitting there with her hand over her cup. That means nothing can go in there. Right now, there's nothing can come in. Nothing is going. Nothing is go. Can go in this cup. So nothing is going in the cup. So now they're trying to stir up trouble. They're trying to gear up for themselves for war. You see all the weapons on the floor? They're gathering together, they're counseling, they're taking counsel to see if they can go for war. However, it will not succeed. It won't succeed. It doesn't matter what France and America does right now, it will not succeed because the energy has shifted. And right now, you see there, the chariot in the world is upside down. I don't know if you could see. The chariot in the world right now, they're upside down. So it doesn't matter what America does right now, the energy has shifted, and right now the energy is currently for Africa. And it doesn't matter what they do right now. unless they go in there with a mind frame to truly work with these people and figure out if they're just going like they've been doing, going in as bullies, it won't work. It will not work. It will not work. It will not work because you see this scheming. They're scheming. Friends in America are scheming. You see, they're laying down the weapons. I mean, they're preparing their weapons. They're scheming, but nothing's going in the cup. Nothing is going in this cup because the hand is over the cup. You can't put anything in the cup when the hand is over the cup. So therefore, it's not going to work. It doesn't matter what they're trying to do right this moment. Whatever scheming they're doing right now, it will not work. It will not work. America and France is in for a rude awakening because it will not work. Because the eyes of the people are too open. See? The people are too awake. It will not work. The youth are not afraid to speak up. They're not afraid. They're not afraid. They've got their weapons. Look at this. The prince and the prince, the queen and the prince, they both have their weapons on the ready. Their weapons is on the ready. If you pop it, they're gonna finish it. Mm-hmm. The spirit of fear from for now on them is not there. They're not fearful. They're getting themselves ready because they're tired. They're tired of all the killing and all the see before they were getting killed. They were getting killed, they were getting right now they're tired of it. And they're getting themselves ready for they see they're preparing themselves. They're preparing themselves. They're calling on the old energy, old ancestral energy. They're summoning it and they're preparing themselves. They're preparing their energy. They're preparing themselves. See, let's get another deck. Um, let's see what Souls of Truth deck have to say. Souls of Truth. Souls of Truth. Not this one. I'm sorry, y'all. Don't be reading. Let's go ahead and since we grabbed it, let's go ahead and use it. Souls of Truth. What do you have to say in this situation? All right. So, Souls of Truth. You want to talk? What other? What else? Excuse me. What is this called? Let me try. All right, let me get some clarification first before I do this. All right. Let's see. Yeah, like I said, America and France right now, they're in for a rude awakening because their usual tactics of going in and bullying people is just not going to work. Their usual tactic of installing fear or just unaliving the leaders, it's not going to work. It's not going to work because the people are fully hip to this play. So it will not work. All right, so let's see. Ancestors, talk to me. Now, what does France stand in all this? I mean, we know America, we know what's going on here. But what's going on with France? What does France stand in all of this? What is their plan? Well, France was hoping to isolate Africa The pressure to ice they were hoping to isolate Africa and then to go in and offer a gentle hand, but it ain't working. They were hoping to isolate her. They were hoping to isolate her, with all them sanctions they've been doing. They were hoping to isolate her, and then they would go in, as in, as they would seem like they're the one offering to, to help out. They want to isolate her with all this sanction and everything, and then when she's really in dire need, they would go in as a source of a helping hand so that they can find their way back in. But I don't see it working. It's not working. It will not work. It will not work because the world and the chariot is upside down. It will not work. The isolation will not work because because they're not then it would have worked before if they were just separate entities. But now the young people are screaming for unity. Anything else? Anything else? What is the plan? What's their plan? What is the plan? What is France's plan for this? If this don't work, what is the next plan they got? Like, what is their plan? What is their mind? What are they thinking? No? Okay. This one gave me what it had to say. Rustic Fortress. Isolation won't work. They wanted to isolate Africa, and then after that, France would go in. You know how when you have a person you used to be with, and then you no longer you break up with them, or something happened where you leave them, or they leave you, and then they want to come back and pretend to be this nice person. I wanted to help you all along, but you were acting up. That was the plan France had in its head, but it won't work. It won't work. The manipulation tactic won't work. All right, so clarify for yeah, Africa wants to reach the sky. It wants to elevate itself. It no longer wants to rent itself out. It wants to elevate itself. It wants to be the sky. It no longer wants to be, it wants to elevate. It wants to create for its own, for itself. It wants to take its raw material and turn it into things that it could use for itself. Yeah, they're on their way of producing their own food. They want to produce their own food. They don't want to be buying importing food. See the chef, you see how happy he is making his own. I don't know if you could see. See how happy he is? They want to produce their own food. See? They want to produce their own stuff to eat. They don't want to depend on anybody else. You see the baker? Anything else? Uh, Basically, Africa wants to fend for itself. It wants to get into production, produce its own stuff where it can do its own import. It wants to produce its own type of production. We produce tobacco, get into lumber. It wants to get into its own. He wants to get into its own production. Africa wants to produce its own. It wants to produce for Africa and then possibly import. It wants to produce for itself. It wants to create its own food that's independent of importing food anymore. It wants to begin to create stuff that it can import into other places. They're working hard in creating sustainable uh, 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 When you take a lumber and you begin to build, they're working hard on building their infrastructure. What else? Anything else I need to? So, what will happen? What will happen to America and France if Africa succeed? I should say when, because they will succeed when Africa succeed. Let's use Kipper because I'm not gonna make this reading too long. So let's see what Kipper has to say. Africa is gonna become the main man. The main man. Guys, hold on. I'm sorry. Yeah, Africa wants to be the main man. It's gonna become the main man. I see some systems are crumbling. The court. See how the court is upside down? Some of the infrastructures, some of the legalities, they're crumbling, they're crashing down. That's why it's upside down. Some of the they're no longer working. So let me finish this reading and move on. Let's see. Let's get a word of wisdom finally. Soul truth. Will anything happen to President Traoré? Will anything happen to President Traoré? Will anything happen to President Traoré? What if is it? Yeah. What if it isn't true? What if it isn't true? I believe that's referring to all the all the stuff that they've been saying about President Traore. America's been saying that he's using the gold and everything to protect himself. What if it isn't true? What if it isn't true? And we know it isn't. But the card is asking, what if it isn't true? And he's saying that they're on the right path. I'm on the right path. Africa is on the right path. If they would just be left alone, they would make it. But right now, this is all I'm getting. We're gonna end the reading right here, you guys. If you guys love this, if you guys like this reading and you want more readings like this, please like, share, subscribe. Let me know in the comment. Please, it takes 2 minutes. So just leave a comment. Let me know in the comment. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you didn't like, so that I can continue to do these readings for you. Because let me tell you, when I do them, I feel better. Because when I don't do the readings or spend time with spirit, believe me, I don't sleep. I don't get any sleep at all. So I appreciate your time. I appreciate you watching. Thank you for coming and visiting my way. Have a good one. Bye. See you in the next reading.